Hi Carol, happy birthday. My name is Brittany and I'm responsible for this video. So I apologize for the lack of quality. I have absolutely no skill when it comes to editing videos, so I'm sorry. The fact that it even got made at all is a miracle. And while we're apologizing for things, I also apologize for fumbling my words. I'm a little nervous. I don't like recording myself. And also for my accent, I am from Arkansas and I'm sure you can understand me. I know your grandmother was from Arkansas as well, but I'm trying to sound professional and not like a total hillbilly. But try as I might, there's just no covering this accent up. So I'm sorry. But anyway, I'm going to explain to you what this is. This is a video of some of your fans who wanted to wish you a happy birthday and tell you why they think you're so amazing and why they respect you so much. I am a part of a website. It's called Tumblr. And on Tumblr, there are a group of girls who call themselves the Carolers. And basically, we're kind of like a fan club. And all of us are very different ages. We're from all over the United States and Canada. And there may even be some from other countries. I just don't know where they're from. But the one thing we all have in common is our mutual love and respect for you and your work. And we've been wanting to do a birthday project of some sort for you for a year. And last year it just didn't come together. We couldn't figure out the right thing to do, and then we thought, well, maybe we'll do a scrapbook, and it just never worked out. And things kept getting in the way, and it just didn't happen. And then this year rolled around, and your birthday kept getting closer, and we kept wondering, well, what are we going to do? We have to do something. So I thought, why don't we make a video? And that would be something hopefully we could easily get to you to wish you a happy birthday. So what I did was I reached out to some of these girls that are your biggest fans on the website and asked them to submit a video of themselves wishing you a happy birthday, telling you why they love you so much, and I got a pretty good response. And so I asked them to answer some questions and gave them some guidelines, and the following is kind of what we got back. So I hope you enjoy it. And before we get into that, I guess since I'm already talking, I'll start with my story. I just wrote you a letter a couple of weeks ago, and I just received your reply literally 3 days ago. So thank you so much for reading my letter and taking the time to respond to it. Your encouragement and your kind words meant the world to me. I can't tell you what it meant to me to hear back from you and to hear your encouraging words of go for it. When you wrote that at the end, it just made my day. And I want you to know that the project I discussed with you about the nurse mentoring program is actually already underway. So thanks for the inspiration for that. Um, I can't remember a time when I haven't been a fan of yours. I've been watching reruns of your show since I was a little girl, and I'm 30 years old, and most people my age were first introduced to you from the movie Annie, which, by the way, you were fantastic as Miss Hannigan. And I saw it as a little girl too, but that was not my first experience. My first experience was watching Carol Burnett show on TV Land in reruns, and we watched it all the time at my grandparents' house. I spent most of my time at my grandparents' house because my parents had to work all the time. I come from a long line of Carol Burnett fans. My grandparents love you. My parents love you. So really, anytime you were on TV, we were watching it. So you were a major part of my childhood, and anytime I watch your show, it brings back such happy memories of the really good time I had as a kid. And you also helped me out in my career as a nurse. I worked with children in the operating room, and they didn't really want to go back to the operating room with a complete stranger wearing scary clothes and a scary hat. And I would use things that I watched you do on your show, some of your sketches. I would pretend to be some of the characters that you would be, like the old lady, still a toddler. And that was usually the favorite. And once I acted silly and made jokes with them and acted like a complete fool, they trusted me and they went with me, and it was a really, really big help to me in making those kids feel comfortable. It's not an easy job to do, taking care of children when they're sick, but you were a big part of helping me help them feel a lot better and a lot more comfortable when they had to leave their mom and dad. So thank you for that. Thank you for making my childhood so bright and so wonderful. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday. So before we get into everyone else's video birthday wishes, I'm going to read 3 letters that I received from some people who weren't really comfortable submitting a video. So here goes. Dear Miss Carol Burnett, Vivian Lee, upon being asked the definition of a star, replied, "A star to me is someone who is doing something great. I don't know how they do it, but it's magical." We, Suki and Emma, could not fathom a better way to describe what you mean to us. We are British and thus discovered you through YouTube whilst watching an episode of the wonderful Lucille Ball's The Lucy Show, in which you were guest starring. Since then, we loved everything of yours that we have ever been able to source. Perhaps it should be noted that our first viewing of Annie was little more than a year ago, at age 18. Your long-running variety show is simply marvelous, to put it mildly. We fell in love with you and the gang and treasure the timeless humor and the genius behind the clean and clever routines. Both of us adore the movies, stars and musicals of old Hollywood, thus deepening our appreciation of your movie takeoffs in particular, so much so that we frequently find ourselves reenacting your sketches. Indeed, it is not Bette Davis, Joan Fontaine, or Katharine Hepburn we find ourselves impersonating, but rather your characterization of them. We especially cherish your collaborations with your dear chum, Dame Julie Andrews. Perhaps what resonates so deeply is the fact that initially people think we are far apart, much like the general public seem to with you and Miss Andrews, but really we are not. We are on the same wavelength. It is really magical for us, 2 ordinary girls, to be able to identify in some way with 2 living legends whom we admire so deeply. Our latest endeavor is that of learning Mama's rap, something which has caused us to frequently burst into peals of laughter with much relish. Our next challenge is recreating your priceless version of a typical English tea. We cannot wait. We really hope that this letter can stand as a small token of our immeasurable gratitude to you and all you represent. The importance of laughter, of kindness, of being gracious and humble, of friendship, of loyalty, and how it's okay to be yourself, the very best version of yourself that you can possibly be at all times. These qualities make you someone who is beautiful both inside and out. Last, but by no means least, we wish you the happiest of happy birthdays. Much love, Emma and Suki, dedicated Siamese elephants. And the next one, Dear Carol, you mean so much to so many people. For my part, I want to let you know how important you are in my life. Without you and your show, dealing with my chronic illnesses would be far more difficult. Watching my Carol Burnett Show DVDs always brings a smile to my face and makes me laugh, and I'm able to forget, for a time, what I have to deal with every day. For that, this 35-year-old woman can't thank you enough. I would like to wish you an absolutely fantastic birthday and thank you for all the years of laughter and wishing you many more to come. Love, Carrie. And last but not least, Dear Carol, happy birthday. I wish I could tell you how much you have helped me. You've been there through my roughest times, especially recently. I'm going to college next year to attempt to become an actress. Figuring everything out has been really hard. With pursuing one's dream comes a lot of stress and doubt, and after I read One More Time, things opened up for me. I've never related to anyone so much. You gave me hope, and I know you will help me along the way. I love watching you as well. I appreciate how you can light up any room immensely. You are so sweet to your fans and seem so grateful. Everyone should strive to be as wonderful and down-to-earth as you. I hope you're doing well and are having an amazing day. I just wanted to say thank you for everything. I owe you a lot. Much love, Emily. And now here are the rest of the videos from some of your fans. Enjoy!
Hey Carol, my name is Beth from Arlington, Texas, and I just wanted to wish you the happiest birthday possible. I'm not very good at wishing people happy birthday, so I looked up on the internet how to do that. And it wasn't very helpful, but I wanted to read you some of the things that it said, so excuse me while I put on my humorously oversized glasses. First off, happy birthday. That was kind of self-explanatory. Many happy returns of the day. That sounded very classy and I liked it. I thought you might like it too. I don't know. You don't look a day over 2. You don't look a day over 21. There's a little typo. I like 2 better, but my grandfather's personal favorite, may you live to be 100 years with 1 extra to repent. This one didn't help at all, but it better out than in, which I'm assuming referred to the womb. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go with happy birthday. And the last one said that I should punch you for, birthday slaps, but no. So, happy birthday. You really do look great, and I love you so much. I'm supposed to finish the sentence, Carol Burnett is amazing, fabulous, awesome, but I regret to inform you that I don't think I can, because there's no one way to end that sentence. It's just, I guess I could say, because you're perfect. That sounds a little creepy, so I'm just gonna give me a couple sentences, maybe I could finish it. I don't know. But I've been a fan of yours for 14 years, ever since I was a little bitty girl watching Annie, and I started watching some of your videos on YouTube, and I just fell in love with the humor of your show and the way you looked so genuine talking to people. It made me really happy, and I wanted to say thank you, because you taught me that no matter how hard it gets, there's going to be something out there, something to help me get through the days. And for a long time, whenever I was sad, I would look at your videos on YouTube and I would think, well, maybe it's not so bad, and I'd start laughing and things wouldn't be so bad. So, yeah, I wanted to say thank you for influencing my sense of humor so much, and for your show, for helping me get through some really hard days. Yeah, that's it. So, I hope you have a really awesome day, and I hope everybody tells you happy birthday, even if they don't know you. I don't know, I feel like they should just automatically feel when you walk down the street that it's your birthday, and they just have to say it. That made 0 sense. So, yeah, happy birthday, and like this thing says, many returns of the day.
Hi, my name is Libby Enlow, and I'm in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and I'd like to show you a picture. This is me in 1973. Me in 1973. See the resemblance? Now, back then, there were only 3 things that would make me grin like that. One of them was the possibility of getting to see my dad. Also, the possibility of getting some ice cream at some point during the day. And getting to watch the Carol Burnett show. Those were the 3 things that would really, really make me happy. Now, a lot has changed since this picture was taken. Of course, the pigtails are gone, and I have a few more chins than I did back then. And I'm required to wear pants more than I was back then. But the one thing that hasn't changed in all these years, since 1973, the one thing that has stayed consistent is my love for ice cream. Yeah, and Carol Burnett. My love for Carol Burnett. That's another thing that's stayed constant, besides the ice cream. I want to wish her a very, very happy birthday, and I hope that she gets to eat a lot of ice cream for her birthday. Happy birthday, Carol. Mwah.
Happy birthday, Carol. I have loved you since I was little. When I was 5, I would hang out in my grandpa's room, who lived with us, and we would watch Carol Burnett show, and he would tell me that only you and he in the entire world had the ability to control the weather, because I was afraid of the wind. So whenever it was windy, I would ask him if you guys would be controlling it and would change it for me, and he said, oh, we're working on it. And he would basically, because I had no knowledge of time, he would basically just say, I would ask, has it, it's still windy, have you done it yet? And he'd say, oh no, me and Carol are still working on it, it should be soon though. And then once the wind went away, he would say, yeah, we've finished, it's done. So yeah, my memories of you are definitely linked to my grandpa always. Whenever I see anything with you, I think of my grandpa. You are so funny, You're what got me into doing acting and comedy. I did your sketches. I would do sketches from the Carol Burnett Show, and I would do sketches from Julie and Carol, and I would perform them for my school and different projects I had in acting class. I did the Phantom of the Opry once for my acting class. I also memorized all of your 3 Julie and Carol medleys, the 10-minute long medleys, so I can probably still sing them. Yeah, I just love everything. Ted Ball and Wiggins were my fave. I also really loved, there was this sketch you did that was so funny, and it was by the time I get to Phoenix and somebody's leaving her husband and you can't get out of the driveway because the car's not working. It is so funny. But I loved everything. I loved the Elton John Cinderella. I loved Shirley Temple, the Queen, everything. Yeah, I just could say, I could go on and on and on. I thought it was the strongest cast that was on TV. It's the strongest cast I've ever seen on TV. You worked flawlessly with one another, and I just love it. And I'm so grateful to you for having made it and shared it with us. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.
Why do I love Carol Burnett? Well, anyone else answering this would say she's funny, and I certainly do too. But there is a lot more to her. She is also an amazing mother, and she happens to be one of the kindest, smartest, most giving people I've ever had the privilege of sharing God's green, magenta, other colors earth with. And plain and simply, she kicks major ass. I have been a proud caroler since the tender age of 17. My favorite characters of hers include Eunice, darling, and I certainly cannot leave out, she means so much to me because, well, I can't explain it. Once you know, you know. And all of us here relate so much to her because she's so down to earth and kind, like a best friend or member of our family. And she never fails to make somebody's day a whole lot brighter. So thank you, Carol, for teaching me to love unconditionally and for being the best damn Carol you can ever be. Carol, I love you, have a happy birthday, and you stay out of trouble, too.
Hi, Carol. Happy 81st birthday. I hope you got this in time, and if not, no reason you can't extend your celebration. First of all, I wanted to thank you for responding to my letter back in July, I think. I wrote you talking about my struggle with an eating disorder, and your letter was really encouraging, and I sent you a little crocheted heart, and I just want you to know that meant the world to me. And I honestly think that your words of encouragement have helped me. I've had a few setbacks since then, but I'm always able to hop right back on and get on track. We're doing this birthday video, obviously, to tell you how amazing you are, and I think I could talk forever about how amazing you are. But, I love you, okay? I don't care if it's okay, because it's true. You're an amazing human being. I honestly, I don't know what I would do without you. I would get a lot more done, I'm sure, and that's your fault, that I don't ever get anything done between laughing at your stuff or gawking at your pictures. But, I was going to talk about the family sketch. I know everyone says it's their favorite, and with good reason. Eunice was, of course, my favorite, and Mama came in close second. But the depth that you're able to add to a single character, and to know how much it meant to you, that really makes a story stand out. And congratulations for your Mark Twain Award, by the way. All of us girls from Tumblr watched and were talking to each other during it and obsessing over you together. It's nice to have girls that you can be creepy with. Like I said, I've already wrote you, so you know some of the stuff that I've been through, but I just want to remind you again that I couldn't have made it through without you. Through my eating disorder, through the depression, through my suicide attempts. It's I hope I don't cry. Whenever I tell people that story of the trying to commit suicide, and then thinking about the first thing that came to my mind was you with Carrie. The relationship that you had with her is very similar to the relationship that I have with my mom, and I just thought about how much losing her meant. I mean, I can't imagine what that does to a person losing your own baby, but that made me realize that I was being really stupid, really selfish, and if I did what I was about to do, the thought of my mom being that upset just broke my heart and made me realize you need to stop. And I think that helped me start eating too. You're just an amazing person, okay? And the fact that you're so relatable, I mean, you're the only celebrity that I know of that I feel like there's no fourth wall, you know? There's usually a famous people and regular people, and there's a wall in between them. There's no connection. But with you, it's totally different. You're a person. You're real. You're amazing. How I got into liking you was through Julie Andrews. I watched a recording of your special with Julie at the Lincoln Center, and with my grandpa, and we watched it together, and I had a blast watching it with him. And he's someone that I can love old movies with, and I don't have to feel like a complete freak because he knows what I'm talking about. And whenever I was watching that special, Julie was amazing, but I could not keep my eyes off of you. I mean, you were just so real, so you didn't care. You wanted to make the audience happy, and you did. And there was just, I was drawn to your personality, your appearance. Everything about you is just amazing. And thank you for being so amazing. I love you. You're wonderful. You're a wonderful, wonderful human being. And happy birthday.
Hi Carol, it's me again. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed that video. And I just wanted to note before I go that this entire page is dedicated to you and your birthday. So once the video is over, if you scroll down just below it, there are some things made by some people here on this website. And they're all dedicated to you. They're dedicated to your birthday, to your show, and to some other things that you've done in the past. So if you want to look down at those, they're just below this video. The people on this website are some of the most creative, talented, and funny people I've ever known. And I think you'll get a big kick out of some of the things that they've done for you. So that's it. That's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, happy birthday. I hope you have or had, whenever you see this, a really, really wonderful birthday.